We are continuing with our high-speed connectors for supercomputers. We're going to be working on copper sheet for circuit boards today. Well, we're going to be working on circuit boards, which will include silica and copper sheet, but I think the silica's all done. So we'll be doing the copper sheet. But first thing is we need to build all of the assemblers for our circuit boards. We need 9 at 80% just for the computers, for the supercomputers. Then we need 2 for the high-speed connectors, and then I'm doubling it again for, I'm also doing it for the assembly directed system. All right. So this should be our circuit board building. Alright, so I've got some machines here. I've got 1, 2, 3 left over. I've got to make 9 for one section, then there's 2 and 1. So the 2 and the 1 can be these. So let's do those first. So this is for assemblers. So let's do I hope there's enough room. Yeah, it should be. And that's going that way. I have to change. Now, did I make a... I did. I made a reverse version of it. Is that the direction they're going? Yes. Perfect. I remember it annoyed me enough times. It was like, right, we need a reverse version. So that's there. That's for assembler. I need it for assemblers. That's this one. I've just used the word for. So that will go there. And that'll go there. Right, that goes to there. Upgrade that belt to Mark 5, I think. Right. So I'm going to do this one. Silicon circuit boards. This is at 60 now. Do I do? I'm going to do that one and that one together. So what's that? 67.6%. There's two of those. And then this one here. Oh, hold on. That goes there, that one goes there. Alright, let's do some copy and paste. So let me get my foot pedal. I haven't used it for a while, but it's got shift on it. There we go. We'll update these numbers in a sec. Alright. This one is high speed. This is for supercomputer. And high speed connector is the next one. I'll select that. And it is no, 37.158 by 2, which is 18.59. And then sometimes I get the D. And the silica is, that's the same for both. Forgot about that. And the output is 16.89, which is 8.45 each. So built those ones, and I'm going to do this one. Right, so this one is for the supercomputer. And then, assembly director system. There's those vehicle deadlocks that will clear up in a minute or two. And high-speed connector is the next bit. This one is 6.6 for 1. Oh, that's not the button I wanted to press. That's going to output apparently 3 per minute. So this one is at 24%. Perfect. And while I'm at it, let's go with 3 and 4. Right. Let's get this here. That works. And then that all should be hooked up. So I've got to work out what's going to come in and what I'm going to do. Let's do the outputs of these first. So these two here should be merged. That would do the job. It's going to go that way. Kind of want to go up to there, I think. Get those ones poking through. Right. And I reckon this. And this one. Be there. And there, I think. I think I might do one more here. So that would go to there. And that one can go to there. I'm hoping this works. Right, they look good, so we should be one there and one there. Right, and I look like it's all going to be okay. And then, right, so one of them's for here, and the other one is down below. And I reckon we might do is that might work. I mean, here to here. I think this will work. It would probably be that one there. That's the correct one. Yep. So that'll be that one. That doesn't look right. What's wrong here? Something's off.
Hey Smackin', you just got a follow.
Thank you, Sixo, for the follow.
That's the wrong height. Sixo, come in the follow. Thanks very much. Now, I would have been looking at the ceiling when I did that one. That's what's wrong there. Same with this one here. Wow, I must have been hallucinating when I did these. There we go. Right, there we go. Not often I stumble across a fellow regional Victoria Satisfactory player, but here we are. Well, there's a first time for everything, isn't there? I'm glad you've made your way here. How's things today? So is that, double check that's correct. It is 16.89. Yep, that's all right. All right, so I just need to set these. Correctly. Bit hot then a bit wet. How's Satisfactory? What's the current gold build? So I'm working on supercomputers. This is high-speed connectors for the supercomputers. So I'm working on circuit boards. I have a city that I build one building for each product type, and we route everything around. So we're about 585 hours in, and it sort of sprawls a little bit. And that one there, solid effort, thank you very much. I'm thinking that one there, I bring it along here, we work out where it's going to go down. So this is the 3 per minute. Which is this one here. So that, I need that to get in where? Here. They have a bunch of like guidelines and guides and a spreadsheet and things like that, and they're all listed there on that link I just dropped in chat. So what about if we went to here? This could go around here. Okay. Right, so it would have to be there. So that's right there. So that's not ideal. This might be better here. That should still work. That's going to go. Can I come back a bit? Because then I can jump up. That's probably there, I think. That works. That'll be fine. I might put... Whereabouts in regional Victoria are you, 6A? Lots of info and effort in that link, Holly. Thanks. I've been doing it for a while, so it's just how I do things. Partly autism too, I'm sure. You're in the Horsham area? Ah, right. Nice. I think this is going to be okay. Is that? I need to come across one. Crap. Look at all that. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do that. The rules you are following would definitely add a challenge, but probably more enjoyable. Yeah, there is times where I get a bit annoyed by myself. But this definitely... where I don't allow splitters and mergers in this outside belt area, the outside sort of bus, really makes it so I can transport things around. Otherwise it'd be kind of impossible. Oh, that's perfect. Right. It gets frustrating at times, but it also makes some things, like knowing the position of where lots of things go, because you're using blueprints and that, makes it a bit easier to see what's going on. Does that look... I think I've got to go up one. That's not right. That's better. Alright, that's got it. Alright, so that's that done. They're routed here. I might still put... where's our... so that's those two done. Let's head back. So this one over here. Alright, so it's the next floors up. Right, yeah, all good. Because they're done now. They're just waiting on goods to come in. Let's bring the silica here first. Which that might be... I doubt I can bring them in there, but... I'd say we're just going to have to bring them in. Well, how about I bring the silica in on this upper level here. So that one would be silica. That would be silica. So if that was the case, there's that one there. What would be easiest? This one would be better to be over here, I think. And then this one would be there. And that's got to go above as well, so if we did... Actually, this one here... No, I don't like... Yeah, I'm going to do this. I would say... Get rid of that. I'm going to do these in twos. So you would have yeah, like that. So this one doesn't need to be here. this one is going to here, but it needs to go to here first. So this one here is the 16.9. So you could have this. Go. Right, and that's going to head all the way back over here to our silica factory. You're there. Right. Okay, they are long enough, so that should go there. And this is the factory, so I need the 16.89. Let's have a look here. Hold on, the 30, it's 37, which is one of these, not that one. Is it below or above? $35 silica per minute. No, hold on. 37.158. It's not that one. It's not that one. Must be below. Or above. I mightn't have built it yet. Hold on. Let's go back to our silica. Yeah, it looks like I've got it built. I'm just not looking in the right spot. Alright, that's all good. Where is our... It's not there, it's not there. It would have to be there. I'm missing something here. Let's have another look. So I've got 6, which is not me. That one's for the supercomputer. It's not that one. I need... It's cooling system. That's a 211. That's the 6. I've made a mistake, maybe. That's that one. That's one of the ones I need. It's not that one. And it has to be below. Or I didn't make it. That's battery, turbo ammo, iodine, casings, alklet sheet. That's for the Pioneer. Here it is, 37.5. No, this is a different one. Oh, unless I've just... No. I may have done... Bear with me. So this one here is... So looking at J20. So let's go back to silica. And find the one that's pointing to that one there. It says I've built it. So the clock rate should be 99.088. It must be this one. No, this is a different one. Oh, here it is. Hiding. This one here. Alright, perfect. Right, so it's this one that goes to the outside. So I'm going to go It needs to go up again. And it's the outside one, so I really need to so it's and yeah, okay, no, go down again. All right. It's this one here. So there. Can I go? There. I think so. Alright. Yeah, I think that'll be alright. And then I'm going to go, because it's direct. That's that one. Oh, yeah, I'll accept that for the time being. And so I'm okay going straight up. This one here is, I'll come back to that. So I just did that one. I need the 6.6. Which is, I believe, the next 4 up. That's this one here. So this one I want there, I think. I don't know. No, I reckon there. Nah, I can do this. I've done this before. You just go to there. And do that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, so I'm going to need to bring in ports for that. Which we've got some, I think. We'll just check that in a second. Just go and hook this up. So I do need to run this. Bricks, hello, welcome. Good to see you. How are you today? Right, so I reckon that one there. You're gonna need oh, would that be too far? Good mate, humid, one at work, but inside now, yeah, I bet you it would be a humid day today. We had a weird day. We had, it was nice and warm this morning. Then we had cloud cover come over, and then it rained in the afternoon. We haven't had rain for a while, so people are happy about that. Alright, let's check how I'm going on quartz. Because I'm going to need to bring quartz into here. Am I using all 3 nodes? I think I am actually. Yeah, I am. But how much am I using from this one? Because I'm going to split that off, I reckon. Alright, so I'm actually using 180 and then just now another 112. So what, 290, so 300. So would we have a mark? Yeah, right, mark 4. What don't I do? So that's 300. And then over here, that's 160. That's nothing. We'll just run a Mark 3 belt over here for the time being. If I put a splitter here, yeah, we'll just do a Mark 3 for the moment. So 1, 3 and 4. I better check. my vehicles aren't stalled. Oh, I do have stalled vehicles. Doesn't happen often, but it does happen. Jeez. Mr. Explorer, get out of the way. And now you want to reverse. They're actually two very bad ones to have stop. That's got it. It's a hit and miss on the when the game loads, that there are some explorers. Some of the vehicles work and some don't. It's annoying as. Hendo the Maniac, that's caused by the game. Yeah, Hendo. So what happens is 99% of the time that they run fine, but every time you load the save file, all the vehicles are stopped or half are running, and then I'll get alerts saying that they're deadlocked. And if I don't do anything, 9 times out of 10 they just all correct themselves. But occasionally you get some that do get locked against each other, and once I fix it, that's it, they don't get locked again. Now, that doesn't mean though, if you make really bad routes that cross over each other, that can cause deadlocks. There's a whole... I'm in the process of making a video on vehicle automation. Like the best truck guide ever. I just haven't got that far yet. You're not near this level yet, but great to know. A lot of people do skip trucks, simply for the reasons they cause some weird issues. But I've spent a bit of time fiddling around with them, and they do operate nicely most of the time. I reckon I'm going to... I think I know how I'm going to do this. Do that to there. Kind of don't want to do that, but no, it won't matter. Any games you are looking forward to? Look, the Mine Mogul has just had a big map update that I haven't got around to yet, but I'm very keen to get into that. I reckon, so if we go to there. Brickscapes, I'm still learning, but my excess posts got me coupons for a factory car. Excellent. That's a great way to get around. Apart from that, I haven't really been looking for any new games. I don't know, I'm very picky. No, that's... I don't mean it like that. Give me a sec. That's what I wanted. I'm not having trucks run through here, so we can get rid of this. Hendo, so I've been playing... Because of my autism, I get very addicted to things very easily. So I try to avoid getting into a new game because I know how much time it's going to consume. Like when I played Mine Mogul, I was instantly, I think I've easily put 100 hours into that already. And that's on the first couple of releases. And then I have been playing Cole LLC, and they're all on my YouTube videos. I've got a whole YouTube series on there for Cole LLC where I've just recorded each level I play. It's just a roguelike game. But that's just another example of how I get a bit addicted to things. And I've got to be careful of where I invest my time. And especially because I'm trying to do this Satisfactory tutorial series. Like, that's why you don't see me streaming any other games, because I want to get this done so I can move on to other stuff. Because when 1.2 comes out, I'll be incorporating that into this, but I'd like to play some other games, but at the moment, this kind of dictates. It's a little personal goal I want to do, is to finish this tutorial series. Alright. Alright, so this is all feeding in now. No, I've got to go upstairs. I'm looking at the wrong things. I hope that makes sense. And also, there's some games that have come out recently that I'm not interested in that much, like Star Rapture. I kind of don't like the whole Rapture and the alien attacking you and that side of things, so that's why I've never played Factorio. It doesn't appeal to me in that sense. So I can be a little bit picky, to be honest, with my games. Alright, so I now have my outputs working, I think. Aha. I've got it here and here. I haven't. This one's not connected up. I've got to do this next. I haven't got that far yet. I'd be a god at Factorio. I get so frustrated with that. I get anxiety builds up. Have I ever tried Space Engineers? I think I have. Hold on, no, I've got Space Engineers 2, and I did do that when it first came out. I'm going to go back to it soon. There's been a couple of slices added. I'd like to go back and do it some more. I'm probably going to invest a chunk of time into Space Engineers when it gets a bit more progress. Space Engineers 2. But I don't think I've played the first one. Alright, so now let's just close this up. You get that looking forward? Yeah. Yeah, I am looking forward to that Space Engineers 2. I decided not to go down the Space Engineers 1 path and thought I'll focus on number 2. Now I'm going to need to bring the other circuit board silica this way as well, so while we're heading back, let's build that. And it's going to be nine, so 198 and 35. So Mark 1 and a Mark 3. Let's make the Mark 3 on the left. No. Mark 3 on the inside, that's a better way of saying it. so much silica required for the recipes I've chosen for supercomputers. There's some old games I'd like to play too. Like, I'd really like to play the original Rogue. I had it when I was a kid. And I'd like to have a good whack at it. I enjoyed it, but I didn't understand it properly back then. I was probably a little bit too young. And I'd like to give it another go. I really like the roguelike category too. There's something about that random choice and upgrades and that. I'm going to go back and hook it all up first. And then we'll build the next floor of circuit boards. I'm going to build 2 more levels. Because there's 9 for just this, for one of them, and the other one is just 1. Here, I've gone too far. So I need the 198 and the 35.106. I think it's this one, but I don't think it's that one. Excuse me. Right, so that one's already in progress. And then it's supposed to be these ones. Yeah, right. So they're just buffering up at the moment. Why are they so... Oh, because it's buffered now, that's why. Yeah, alright. So this one's on the inside. 198. Are constructors always the same without overclocks, or there are better machines in later phases? Do you get better machines in later phases, but like, for instance, let's look at silica. You can get alternate recipes. So the standard recipe for a silica is making it in hold on, this is not a good example. What's another example? I'm just going to look at copper ingots. So copper ingots are made in a smelter, But there's an alternate recipe called copper alloy ingots that is made using copper and iron. And that's made in a foundry. So you have 2 inputs going in, and there's machines that have 4 inputs and so on. I don't want to give away too much information because there's a bit to learn. But that's just one of the there's 1, 2, 3 more alternate recipes. You get alternate recipes. I'm not sure if you've come across them. You find these crash sites and you get hard drives and you can research the hard drives. I've currently scanned all the hard drives available. I've got a bunch of recipes here that I haven't chosen because I'm not using them at this point. And I won't go into that, why I've done that, but yeah, you can see there's different recipes for different things and you get choices for them and so forth. So there's pros and cons. This game has a lot of balancing. How do you want to balance something, you know? Is it better this way or that way? What do you define as better, so to speak? Let's do this. I hope that answers your question, or it just confuses you. If I pick the alternate recipe, is it changed forever? No. You just get alternate recipes that you can do different things with, but the original is always there. You never lose access to it. Probably the best the most sensible thing I can say about this game is it doesn't unnecessarily penalize you. There are logistical challenges that you have to overcome, but in terms of like you get this recipe, it removes the other one. That's not in the game. They've not made the game that way. That's not the game experience that they wanted to provide. That's not what I wanted. I did it wrong. I did it wrong. Awesome. For first foundations, do you go big or have a set size for a start? Look, a lot of it's personal preference. Because I build in a particular manner, like I do this load balancing all the time, I make my buildings a certain width that accommodates for a row of machines back to back. But also, that means there's all this wasted space here that never gets used. And that's just because I choose this style of building. You just have to work out what style you want to go for. I know it's not the most helpful answer. But that is my best advice. You know what? That one would work better if it went that way. And you're always deleting and re-adding stuff in Satisfactory. Not sure if you've noticed that. You change your mind 6 times. You've learned lots the last few days. Excellent. Yeah, there's a lot to learn in the game. And like I say, it's a game about overcoming logistical hurdles. It's not a game about unnecessarily causing you frustration. Unless it's things like weird belts at your place. Right. And then I want to put some here as well. Over here. That's good. Alright, that's that one. And then there's the one on the other side. So there's I've got these ones. The ones I want to get are these ones. The 35. Let's have a look. Not that one. That's the turbo motors. That's different. It's got to be downstairs. Did I leave a hole? No. Oh, let's make a hole. It's got to be this one here. I've got here 35.1375. That's not, no, I need 35.106. What have I done wrong? I may have just done it wrong. What is this one? No, the machine I'm looking for should be... Hold on. Let's have a look. K20. That's it there. So what have I got here? $93.7. Okay, so it is this one. It's just the way it's been rounded. So this is definitely the machine. Cool. I was on machines not being 100 at start, but if I'm getting material and better tech overall over time, it's all progress. Yeah, you are right. Yeah, it doesn't matter if a machine's not running at 100%. It means it's a bit slower and it's not going to make it fast enough as what it would, but it still makes it. It's not ideal, but sometimes you just want to have something being made. I can't really do it there. Can I do it? Where am I? The output's here. Yeah, 50% of something is better than zero. You're absolutely correct there. Not there, but can I put it there? No. That's annoying. Actually, there is no reason why I couldn't go like that. It's the wrong way. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, so then this comes down there. Right, that's good. Alright, so we have that silica running now. I'm going to bring this across 4. This is the only thing going to be on this floor. Right, let's go up here. So I put that there. Yep, that's fine. Alright, so that's 3. Six, 7, 8, 9. I can fit a 10th one in. That'd be nice because I do need one more. We go to there. Let's get our power pole. Ooh. Whatever that's there for. Right, that goes there. Now we need there, we've got power now. Wow, the fireworks are still there. I thought that all disappeared. I suppose, what is it? Some of the fix and stuff is still there until the next update, maybe? Or the recipes just stay there. Shows you how much I know. Right. Circuit boards are in here. So these are going to be silicon circuit boards. At 80%. And we've got 9 of them. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then this one is at 63.9%. Excuse me. Then now this, how's this going to work? It's 3-way. So I'm going to need Where's the overflow? Sink is down this end. Alright, so let's go with that's what I want, I think. It's not there, it's got to be... So that there. I'm pretty sure this is right. That's there, and that's there. That's there. No, that would be there. Then I need my smart splitters for assemblers. That one there. So that goes there. And this one goes here. Ooh, oh no, that might be alright. Ah, nice. That'll be there. Sasa Arforce, hello, welcome. Good to see you. Very nice. And then, okay, so this will be a Mark 3 here. I've got a Mark 4 there anyway, so that doesn't really matter. So we'll just do the same. Well, each one of these is what? 22, 44, 66. So just a Mark II here. And then this is a Mark II to here. And then you've got this is a Mark II, and that is a Mark II to there. So then that's my overflow, and that's my overflow. That's perfect. And then my overflow here, I want it to go, if I have this here, pointing down that way, then I've got something to go up for later. Does that fit down here? It does. And then that can come down. Let's go with 4 and 5. Supposed to be 3 and 4. Done this a few times recently. Logistics, merger. That's that. And then that's everything. Oh yeah, this here. That can just be a Mark IV. So I'm going to bring in these ones at this height. So right silica. So I'm pretty sure the way this works, that's a Mark III and it's Mark I, that's perfect. So that means I want this one to be silica, and I want that to go there, but I want it to go like that. There. Perfect. And that's feeding into all of those. And that'll start syncing on the overflow. And you get to the correct rates. Everything there is done. What did I need to do last that I was thinking about was I want to do this. Oh, the signs. I need to do the signs. We'll do the signs and then we'll wrap up, I think. We made some good progress. We've still got to deal with the output. I've got to send the output to the correct locations. We haven't done that yet. But that'll be a tomorrow thing. Just copy and paste this to save ourselves some time. Still going at 60, that's still going, that's down to 240, so it's getting closer to where it needs to be. Right, so this is for the supercomputer. Computers is the next step for these. Right, they come in at 198 by 9, which is 22 each. And then the output is 90, which is 10 each, right? And then this one is for assembly director system. And computers is the next step. Right. And that is 17.5725. Wow. And 3 is the output. Perfect. Right, this hasn't slowed down yet because we're still bringing all the excess that's in all the machines. That's in the buffers, but that'll sort itself out soon. They've nearly buffered themselves. But we will, I'm going to leave it there now, because I've got to still hook up the outputs from these and send them to some to the supercomputer factory and some to the computer factory. Oh, supercomputer and computer, no, yeah. Some to the high-speed connector factory and some to the computers. If I'm confused now, then that's a good sign that we should wrap it up for today. We're just going to go and check the... I wanted to check my power quickly. Let's have a look at that. We're using about 21, okay. Our capacity is 30 and our max consumption is 43. Yeah. The reason for that is I build a lot of things in advance and they're all powered but not running. So we will that will resolve later. But we do have uranium power coming up soon, and that'll help alleviate some of all of this. Right, these are nearly buffered out. That should be coming out. That should be a Mark II. Yep, that's Mark II. That's Mark III. So everything's running correctly. It's just taking a while for the what's in the buffers to flush out. But that'll happen soon enough. That's why these are getting up to 100 now, because they're allowing to run properly. Yeah. Let's go. Good night. See you again, mate. Not a problem at all. We will chat soon, no doubt. Let's see how many coupons we made today. Just 4 today. Is it? We weren't here as long in the factory today. That's alright. Right. Alright folks, in today's episode we started work on the circuit boards for the high-speed connectors, and also there's circuit boards for the other production lines we need. So we needed to add another level to the circuit board factory, build more machines and configure some existing ones, and then we belted over some silica we've made in the previous episode, and that's all configured, ready to go. We'll have to make the copper sheets next and bring them across, and then we'll be able to get the circuit boards will be running, and that should complete the high-speed connectors, and then we'll be on to the next part required for supercomputers and the subsequent products to make it all happen. There's a long list of things to do, but we are slowly making our way through them. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.